Hello guys, and welcome to the Farming Simulator 17 fact sheet overview. Now first up we have the Massey Ferguson Delta 9380. Now this combine harvester costs €385,000 with a maintenance cost of €1,580 per day. The horsepower of this combine harvester is 496 with a maximum speed of 33 km per hour. The fuel capacity is 1,120 litres with a tank capacity of 12,500 litres for the grain. The header is the Capello Helianthus 12,000. This is priced at €54,000 with a maintenance cost of €110 per day. The required power is 415 horsepower with an operating speed of 15 km per hour. The working width is 12 metres and it is meant for sunflowers. Next up we have the Fendt 700 Vario. Now this tractor costs €164,000 with a maintenance cost of €160 per day. The power range is from 165 horsepower all the way to 240 horsepower with a maximum speed of 32 miles per hour. Fuel capacity is 438 litres. And this is a customisable tractor, so you can add a front loader attacher, change the engine, the main colour and also the wheels. The wheel setup includes standard, wide, narrow and also wheel weights. Now the trailer below is a Joskin Tornado 3. Now this is a manure spreader which costs €49,000 with a maintenance cost of €80 per day. The required horsepower is 130 horsepower and operating speed is 20 km per hour. Working width is 15 metres and it is fillable to 19,000 litres. Next up we have the Stihl Aris Cvt. Now this tractor costs €226,000 with a maintenance cost of €360 per day. The power range is from 288 horsepower to 313 horsepower with a maximum speed of 32 miles per hour. The fuel capacity is 726 litres with many customisable features such as the engine, wheels, main colour and also rim colour. The wheels you can choose are standard and you can also add wheel weights. Next up we have the Lemkin Titan 11. Now this is a plough which costs €59,000, maintenance cost of €50 per day. The required power is 240 horsepower and an operating speed of 9 miles an hour. Working width is 4.9 metres. Next we have the Deutz-Fahr Series 9. Now this tractor costs €245,000 with a maintenance cost of €450 per day. The power range goes from 295 horsepower all the way to 336 horsepower with a maximum speed of 39 miles per hour. The fuel capacity is 655 litres with many customisable features such as the engine and wheels. The wheels you can choose are standard, wide or twin. The cultivator below that is the Lemkin Gigant 10 which costs €78,000 with a maintenance cost of €20 per day. The required power is 300 horsepower, so the tractor above will fit perfectly with this cultivator. The operating speed on the other hand is 10 miles per hour with a working width of 12 metres. Here we have the new Holland T8 Series. Now this T8 costs £262,000 with a maintenance cost of €390 per day. Power range going from 320 horsepower to 435 horsepower with a maximum speed of 30 miles an hour. The fuel capacity is 651 litres and you can also customise the engine and wheels. So you can choose standard, wide, crawler track or wheel weights. Below that we have the Horsch Pronto 9 DC. Now this is a seed drill. The price is €96,000 with maintenance at €260 per day. The required power is 270 horsepower, whilst its operating speed is 12 miles an hour. The working width is 9 metres, tank capacity 6,000 litres, and it can drill many seeds. Next up we have another Massey Ferguson. So this is the Massey Ferguson 5600 series. Now this costs £87,000 with a maintenance cost of €120 per day. Power range goes from 105 horsepower to 130 horsepower, with a maximum speed of 25 miles an hour. Its fuel capacity can range from 160 litres all the way to 180 litres. You can also customise it by adding a front loader attacher, engines and wheels. The wheels you can choose are standard or narrow. The next item on the list is the Caruel Nicholas Stihl 460. Now this is a sprayer and it costs €71,000 with maintenance at €220 per day. Required power is 95 horsepower and operating speed 7 miles per hour. Working width is 28 metres with a tank capacity of 4,600 litres. Next up we have the Valtra T-Series. Now this tractor costs €170,000 with a maintenance cost of €260 per day. Its power ranging from 210 horsepower all the way to 250 horsepower with a maximum speed of 30 miles per hour. Fuel capacity is 380 litres and you can customise this tractor by adding front loader attacher, engine, wheels, main colour and rim colour. The wheels you can choose from are standard, narrow and you can also add wheel weights. Below that we have the Pottinger Novacat X8ED/301ED. Now these are mowers. So the dual mower at the top there costs £42,000 with a maintenance cost of £75 per day. Required power is 160 horsepower with operating speed at 13 miles per hour and a working width of 8.4 metres. The front mower costs €11,000 with a maintenance cost of €20 per day. Required power 70 horsepower with operating speed of 13 miles an hour and a working width of 3.1 metres. Here we have the new Holland T5. Now this tractor costs €110,000 with a maintenance fee of €135 per day. Its power ranging from 99 horsepower all the way to 117 horsepower. Maximum speed there 25 miles an hour. Its fuel capacity is 165 litres and you can customise this tractor by adding a front loader attacher, changing the engine and also adding different wheels. The wheels you can choose from are standard and narrow. Below that we have the Vicon Fanuc 604 Tedder which costs €11,000 with a maintenance fee of €30 per day. Its required power is 60 horsepower with an operating speed of 11 miles per hour and a working width of 6 metres. Next up we have the Valtra N-Series. Now this tractor costs €119,000 with a maintenance cost of €170 per day. Power ranging from 145 horsepower all the way up to 185 horsepower. Maximum speed is 30 miles an hour with a fuel capacity of 315 litres. Customisable features are front loader attacher, engine, wheels, main colour and the rim colour. The wheels you can choose from are standard and narrow. Below that we have the Lely Hibiscus 1515 CD Profi, which is a windrower which costs €62,000, maintenance fee of €70 per day, working width of 14.8 metres, an operating speed of 11 miles an hour and it requires a tractor with 110 horsepower or above. Next up we have the Fendt 900 Vario. Now this tractor costs a whopping €272,000 with a maintenance cost of €320 per day. Power ranging from 300 horsepower all the way up to 390 horsepower. Maximum speed is 35 miles per hour with a fuel capacity of 600 litres. You can customise the engine, wheels and also the rim colour. The wheels you can choose from are standard, wide, twin and you can also add wheel weights. Below that we have the Lely Tego XR75D which is a loader wagon. This costs €112,000, the maintenance fee of €90 per day. Its required power is 200 horsepower with an operating speed of 12 miles an hour and a capacity of 44,000 litres. Next up we have the Fendt 300 Vario. Now this tractor costs a little less than the other one at €111,000 with a maintenance fee of €100 per day. Power ranging from 110 horsepower all the way up to 138 horsepower. Its maximum speed is 25 miles per hour with a fuel capacity of 210 litres. You can customise the engine, front loader attacher, wheels and main colour. The wheels you can choose from are standard or narrow. Next up we have the Aris Cvt 8.12, which is a Bale Stacker, which costs €25,000. Maintenance fee of €90 per day, and it can hold 3 bales. Next up we have the Sampo Rosenloh HR46X. Now this is a tree cutter. Its price is €188,000. The maintenance cost of €970 per day. Its power is 114 horsepower with a maximum speed of 9 miles per hour, and its fuel capacity is 135 litres. Below that we have the Stihl Ms 261, which is a chainsaw that costs €1,000 with a maintenance fee of €5 per day. Next we have the Crone Big X 580, which is a forage harvester. Its price is €275,000 with a maintenance fee of €980 per day. Its power is 580 horsepower with a maximum speed of 24 miles an hour. Its fuel capacity is 1,220 litres. Below that we have the Crone Easy Collect 602, which is a forage harvester header. It costs €28,000 with a maintenance fee of €20 per day. Operating speed is 6 miles an hour with a working width of 6 metres. Next we have the Jcb Fastrac 8000. Now this costs €225,000 with a maintenance fee of €370 per day. Its power ranging from 280 horsepower all the way up to 310 horsepower. Its maximum speed is 43 miles per hour with a fuel capacity of 550 litres. You can customise the engine, wheels and rim colour. The wheels you can choose from are just standard with wheel weights. Next we have the Crone TX 560D, which is a tipper trailer. This costs €72,000 with a maintenance fee of €30 per day. Its capacity is 56,000 litres. Next up we have the Valtra S-Series. Now this tractor costs €289,000 with a maintenance fee of €440 per day. Its power ranges from 350 horsepower all the way up to 400 horsepower. Its maximum speed is 32 miles an hour with a fuel capacity of 610 litres. You can customise the engine, wheels, main colour and rim colour. The wheels you can choose from are standard, wide, twin, and you can add wheel weights. Below that we have the Holland MES 500, which is a leveller, which costs €7,500 with a maintenance cost of €10 per day. Next up we have the Massey Ferguson 7700 series, which costs €172,000 with a maintenance fee of €250 per day. Its power ranges from 210 horsepower all the way up to 280 horsepower. Its maximum speed is 32 miles an hour with a fuel capacity of 430 litres. You can add a front loader attacher, change the engine and also change the wheels. The wheels you can choose from are standard, wide, narrow, and you can also add wheel weights. Below that we have the Stihl FZ60 and universal bucket. Now the front loader costs €8,000 with a maintenance cost of €20 per day, and the bucket costs €900 with a maintenance cost of €5 per day, and its capacity 1,860 litres. Now we have the Limtrac 90, which costs €84,000 with a maintenance cost of €115 per day. Its power is 102 horsepower with a maximum speed of 24 miles per hour. Fuel capacity is 80 litres. You can add a front loader attacher, change the wheels, main colour and rim colour. The wheels you can choose from are standard, wide and twin. Below that we have the Silo King Trailed Line Duo 1814, which is for the animals. It costs €41,000 with a maintenance cost of €90 per day. Its required power is 85 horsepower with a capacity of 16,000 litres. Next up we have the New Holland FR850, which is a forage harvester. It costs €374,000 with a maintenance fee of €1,480 per day. Its power is 824 with a maximum speed of 24 miles per hour. Its fuel capacity is 1,400 litres. Now we have the New Holland 130 FB, which is a forage harvester header which costs €25,000 with a maintenance fee of €60 per day. Its operating speed is 4 miles an hour and has a working width of 2 metres. Now we have the Massey Ferguson 8700 series. This costs €249,000 with a maintenance fee of €160 per day. Its power ranging from 300 horsepower all the way up to a whopping 400 horsepower. Its maximum speed is 31 miles an hour with a fuel capacity of 630 litres. You can change the engine and wheels. The wheels you can choose from are standard, wide, twin, and you can also add wheel weights. Below that we have the Jcb Fastrac 8600, which is a tipper trailer. This costs €59,000 with a maintenance fee of €35 per day and a capacity of 47,000 litres. Now we have the MAN TGS 18480, which costs €165,000, maintenance fee of €540 per day. Required power is 480 horsepower with a maximum speed of 49 miles per hour. Fuel capacity is 400 litres and you can customise the back attacher, main colour and the rim colour. Below that we have the Goldhofer STZ VP3, which is a low loader trailer, which costs €22,000 with a maintenance fee of €10 per day. Next up we have the Holmer Terrafellis 2 Eco, which is for beet harvesting, which costs €325,000. Maintenance is €1,490 per day with power of 354 horsepower. Maximum speed is 24 miles per hour with a fuel capacity of 1,400 litres. Below that we have the Case IH Optum Cvx. This costs €234,000 with a maintenance fee of €340 per day. Its power ranges from 288 horsepower up to 313 horsepower with a maximum speed of 31 miles per hour. Fuel capacity is 630 litres and you can customise the engine and wheels. The wheels you can add are standard, wide, narrow, twin, and you can also add wheel weights. Below that we have the Jcb Transpace 8000, which costs €35,000 with a maintenance fee of €15 per day and its capacity of 31,000 litres. Next up we have the Case IH Magnum Cvx. This costs €332,000 with a maintenance fee of €480 per day. Its power ranging from 409 horsepower all the way up to 435 horsepower. Maximum speed is 31 miles per hour with a fuel capacity of 678 litres. You can customise the engine and also the wheels. The wheels you can add are standard, wide, crawler track, narrow and twin wheels. You can also add wheel weights. Below that we have the Venus Premier Integral 2, which is a slurry tanker, which costs €106,000. Maintenance is €160 per day, required power 240 horsepower and operating speed of 10 miles per hour. Has a working width of 30 metres and can hold 30,000 litres. Next up we have the Case IH 1660 Axial Flow, which costs €145,000 with a maintenance cost of $660 per day. Its power is 190 horsepower with a maximum speed of 12 miles per hour. Its fuel capacity is 350 litres with a tank capacity of 6,340 litres. Below that we have the header, which is the Case IH 1030 14 foot. Its cost is €18,000 with a maintenance fee of €40 per day. Its operating speed is 6 miles per hour with a working width of 4.3 metres. Next up we have the Case IH 1455 XL. Now this tractor costs €102,000 with a maintenance fee of €260 per day. Its power is 145 horsepower with a maximum speed of 24 miles an hour. Its fuel capacity is 240 litres, and you can add a front loader attacher and also change the wheels. The wheels you can choose from are standard or wide. The cultivator below that is the Kuhn Kultimer L300, which costs €9,400, with a maintenance cost of €5 per day and a required power of 120 horsepower. Its operating speed is 10 miles an hour and a working width of 3 meters. Last but not least, we have the New Holland 8340. Now this costs €85,000 with a maintenance fee of €200 per day, power of 125 horsepower, speed of 24 miles an hour, fuel capacity of 218 litres. You can add a front loader attacher, change the wheels between standard and wide. Below that we have the Great Plains 3P106NT, which costs €15,000. Now this is a seed drill. The maintenance per day on this is €40, with a required power of 100 horsepower, operating speed of 9 miles an hour and a working width of 3 meters. Its tank capacity is 1,200 litres. Now I hope you have enjoyed this video. It was quite enjoyable to make. Stay tuned for another video showcasing all the videos from the fact sheet and the various different ones that Giants have released. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share this video, as it really does help us out, and we will catch you next time. Goodbye.